Good afternoon. Welcome to the third session of the Friends Table. Now we said today we're going to have Melanin, but we're still going to have her, but not in this session. Today we caught Chef Linda or Uzbusiso Nikati, and I hope I'm pronouncing his name and surname right, but so as you can see, we've got new friends on this table today, and as you know, it's all about having fun and getting to know the guests that we have here, and also our understanding of cooking. And as you can see, our table, guys, today it's all beautiful and colorful. So me, I want to know a lot more about that. How do we make food look so pretty, look so healthy? Yet it's absolutely healthy. So guys, let's just get into it. How do you know? She got the brief. How do we know it's healthy? Actually, that's a very good question. How do we know? Because it's healthy. Because when you veg, when you eat vegetables, it's healthy.
Yeah. When it comes to food, you have to be very creative. You have to play around with colors, textures, and nutrients. Like you can't serve something, a food that contains one nutritional value. You have to serve something that is like contains a lot of nutrients. Like vitamins, carbohydrates.
Chef Linda, nutrients, carbohydrates, because social lokudla thina namhlanje awusidebriefela ukuthi carbohydrates.
Okay, so
what do you call
nutrient?
All of them.
I think so. Let's see. What is it?
Okay, so here we have orange glazed roast chicken. So it's actually a roast chicken that is infused with oranges and garlic. So you roast the chicken with oranges together in the oven. Yes, so we know, all of us, that oranges contain vitamin C, which is good for your immune system. We are facing COVID, so we need a strong immune system. And then here we have lamb chops. So we know that lamb chops have proteins, it's meat, rosemary infused with olive oil and some spices, chef's secret spices. And then here we have vegetable couscous. It's simply
vegetable.
couscous.
Couscous. Yeah. Is that a French
or you
word?
can call it Mediterranean couscous or luxury couscous.
I want to call it luxury because wow, you understand? I'm going to sound like I know what I'm talking about. Did I pronounce it right?
Yes.
Couscous rhymes with other words I don't want to pronounce. It's fine.
The
last one.
It's just a grain, and then it's easy to do a couscous. You just pour boiling water. You open the packet, put it in the container with butter and other seasonings that you like. It goes well with vegetable seasoning. And then you pour water just a little bit above the couscous. You close it for 5 minutes, and then it's ready. You take a fork to separate it, and then you roast the vegetables in the oven. Olive oil, garlic, when they are ready, and then you mix it with couscous. You can add finely chopped herbs like coriander, like thyme or mint. It depends what your preference is. And then there we have a roasted butternut with cinnamon and butter with a sprinkle of feta cheese.
Cheese.
That is the sexiest sounding.
Must I call your cheese? You understand?
I heard couscous.
I feel like we've stepped up a bit from the last time.
Yeah, no. I don't know what I was eating last time.
I feel like this is what we need for the Friends Table going forward.
So it's on the bed of fresh baby spinach. It's baby spinach underneath, and then on top
baby spinach.
Wait.
it's fresh rocket.
So cheese angithi usenza ukuthi ube nenzalo.
Yeah, which is it contains, it's high in protein as well, and at the same time it's high
with cheese already.
What that item we get from milk, lactose.
It's
high in lactose. So yes, it gives you.
Are you not lactose intolerant? Are you okay?
No, I
with
need
cheese?
to have kids. I need cheese.
So actually, it will make your creamy thing that comes out.
What are you talking about?
Wait. I want to understand something. When did they say it is in Enzalo? Now, give me a...
He just confirmed.
It's a fertilizer.
Fertilizer. Not fertilizers.
Men or women or everyone?
Everyone.
In my
No, I
culture,
think I
I'm
should
not allowed to
avoid
eat cheese.
cheese.
We
Why?
are taught that it is it hormonally. It carries a lot of hormones. So
Yeah, it
it
does.
messes around with your hormones.
Yeah.
And now
And
that
also
messes
it
around
doesn't
with
have
you to be able to have children or not.
You're not allowed to eat cheese because it makes you horny.
It doesn't make you horny.
What does it do?
It takes like your hormones. It takes them out of balance a little bit. So that's where you get your if you use a public toilet, your thrush and your whatnot because it exposes you too much.
Can you just imagine cheese and wine? That's another combination. Eh?
The hormones will skyrocket. So I think Joe, let's give Chef
We can dish up. Okay, guys.
man, let's give Chef a chance to tell us what Ungubani and give us a little bit of a background about himself. I mean, we now know his food that we're about to indulge in, but I'd love to know a little bit more about the
He
chef.
might be a serial killer.
Yeah, as some of you were there earlier on our master class, so they had to buy so but I don't mind sharing again. Chef ukhulele emadadeni section 5 and then ngaqala ngafunda eNtobeko ngaphuma eNtobeko ngayithobani after Thobani I went to Sabela High School. And then while I was in high school, I discovered that my passion was cooking, but I wanted to be a chartered accountant.
Okay.
So there was this pressure at home about why you can't pay at least people won't respect you if you're a chef.
Yeah.
So, but because of this passion, fire burning inside of me, I didn't listen. I carried on. I pursued what I wanted and I became who I am today. So I went to FET College. I did my national certificate in hospitality management, and then after that I went to Capsicum Culinary Studio to do my international diploma in food preparation and cooking. And then after that I was hired at Beverly Hills and Oyster Box. The other one, I was a sous chef, and then at Beverly Hills I was a waitress, but for experience. Yeah. And then after that I was retrenched. So I think me being retrenched was coming from, so you can actually pour this gravy on top of your meat like this.
This guy from Osisweni.
Or actually the gravy, it's from the juices from the roasting pan, my chops. So after I was, the chops were done, so I took the chops out of the pan. So that gravy, those sauces, that's where I started this sauce. Finally chopped mint, dash of red wine, pinch of salt and pepper and garlic, and then that's it. And then you let it reduce until it's a bit thick.
Oh man, this looks so divine.
It does.
Tastes so divine.
I have heard somewhere in the cooking channels saying which indeed goes well with lamb. So
Yes.
Now we know.
Now it has been
What goes on
confirmed.
to what?
Mint goes well with lamb.
Meat.
Mint.
Oh, mint. Odindive la. Odin.
I'm sure it's cold now. That's
No, but it looks.
So now, me njengam, I'm used to taking just food, fage inyama, just boil it, for sawoti, like how I grew up. So now, the healthy side of that saying, all people shouldn't eat things as nakho konke lezi zinto zeyipice nani and ukudla lokhu mina engijwayele ukwenza ekhaya. What's the difference if ngifika ngihlala nomkhulu la engazi ukuthi une high blood and all those things, allowed ukudla okunjena noma there is a specific food okufana nakho for him?
So I feel there in that situation, dietitians come in, nutritionist comes in. But mina as a chef, I cook. I'm all about creating flavor. I'm all about cooking up a storm. I'm all about creating cooking up food that is tasty and not tasteless.
Yes.
But at the same time, do consider different food preferences.
Yeah.
Like I love working with organic food that is less of preservatives and all of those things. And also I don't like to use lots of spices when I cook. I have specific spices that I use. There are spices that you buy that are written organic. Products that you buy are written free range or blah 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 whatever. What's this other thing? Gluten free, like pasta. You get pasta that's written gluten free. Other people, gluten it's a protein that is found from wheat, from starch, like pastas. So there are pastas now that are gluten free. So you cannot say you can't have a pasta when you go out to a restaurant. Maybe you want to have a seafood pasta or a chicken alfredo, because now you know that there is a gluten free pasta. So in the chefing industry, while you are studying, there is a section where you study about nutrition and healthy, where you consider people's like preferences when it comes to food, what they want to eat, what they don't want to eat. There are allergies, like you have to, sometimes when I do a menu for a function or like intimate dinners, they'll tell me, okay, so and so is allergic to this, so make sure you don't put, like our pasta is allergic to onion, so I make sure that I don't put onion.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like it's like that.
Oh wow.
Linda. Yeah, because ukhuluma nje akuzo la cooking up a storm. Nginombuzo nje. I know kuna ama dietitian and all those people, and abantu ekugcineni are responsible for their own health and what they take in. But as a chef or in the chef industry, what takes precedence? Am I cooking for ukuthi kubukeke kahle, taste kahle, or am I also cooking ukuthi health options, because people are not healthy out here. Someone needs to at least try push them in their direction. So what takes ilontoza? Okay.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. I'm a very versatile chef. Sometimes I get a question like, what kind of a chef you are? It's a very difficult question because there are sous chefs and there are pastry chefs, there are chefs who love working with pasta. I mean, I'm very versatile. Just give me any food ingredient, I'll turn it into a taste of heaven. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is, what you've mentioned, I put that everything you've said into consideration. You can see my veggies are not overcooked. There's color in my food. It's exotic. It's vibrant. So, which means, while I was cooking, the nutrients from my vegetables are preserved. They are still there. They are not. They were not. They didn't vanish while I was cooking because the heat was high, and then my vegetables got overcooked. There's other things that people like to sprinkle on food while they're cooking, just to make the cooking method goes quicker or fast. Like this thing, what do you call it for meat? Meat tenderizer. That thing kills nutrients.
Really? Meat tenderizer, I call it. You know when you're making like beef stew? When you want it to quickly get soft.
Be soft.
Okay,
you find it from Pick and Pay, from Spa.
It looks like salt.
In the aisle, spices, it's written meat tenderizer.
I did not know that.
Like when you go to weddings, caterers, they like to use it because bafuna to karushisha uvutunya meat.
Yeah.
And suke besi oiyai
help
over tenderizer kakhulu. And then uthola ukuthi udlinyama yasemshadweni beef uyihlafuna izibangathi chappies. And you can actually tell when you're eating that meat that first of all the cooking method was wrong. It was like boiling. When you're cooking a stew, when you're cooking a stew, you have to use low heat because the reason being last minute they didn't prep on time. No, it's a pumili mali. So when you tell ukuthi you were paid yesterday around 12 noonday, and then 12 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
And you got- and wait,
10,
I'm-
11, 12, 1 exeni, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
And you've
9,
known
10.
about-
The following day. And the stew only needs like maximum of 3 hours to cook, like a lamb shank or oxtail.
Yeah.
3 hours, do you say?
Yeah, for it like lamb shank to fall off the bone. You know, so it makes tenderizer, kills nutrition, and then also it kills taste,
Yeah.
and also it makes the meat dry and tasteless.
Okay, I did not actually realize that.
Chef Linda, Mina, I'm more interested into baby spinach. No, man. Do we have babies? Must spinach, guys?
I heard the question wrong. Something else.
What did you get?
No, legend, no.
Guys,
You don't want to know.
You don't wanna know.
You don't want to know.
Children listening must be
It's a child abuse now. But no, I'm more interested in that. Ukuthi iletha in ekudleni. What does it change? Ukuthi why ngathathi esidala?
Why goodness, man, I'm quite curious.
Okay. Baby spinach. There's 2 types of spinach. Okay, there are a lot of types, different kinds, different variety. But just to keep things easy and understandable, the spinach lesesemakhaya oma bethi abasitshale engadini. La kuthina, okay, no, not la kuthina bo chef. Noma nje sithenga kusho ukuthi spinach, it's called Swiss chard. Swiss chard. SWISS chard. CHARD. And then, so you know when they talk about Swiss chard, they're talking about the spinach sasekaya. When they talk about baby spinach, they're talking about this spinach is that tinemakai is. You'll only find it from selected retail shops like Woolworths, Pick and Pay, or Checkers Hype. Angeke usithole checkout, angeke usithole save.
Why?
Because the target market, and they can't afford the baby spinach. It's very expensive. They can only afford a Swiss chard.
Segregation and spinach, okay.
Yeah.
So John, who's engaged where you're getting those mood? Ask you something though. Speaking about instead of giving one when people cooking, giving one how long it takes. Traditional food. I've noticed that now our African chefs like you yourself make exotic food. Is our food not exotic enough?
It is. Like sometimes I do cook traditional South African cuisine, but you have to be a chef that goes beyond your what you know, your comfort zone. You have to experience other things. Because like now I'm working on my cookbook. My cookbook will include various cuisines, variety of dishes from India, inspired dishes from Brazil, from America, from our brothers from Zimbabwe, Amasonja, Amadumbe, zonke lezo zinto. Even umngqushu, even ibanchao from the streets of Mlazi, Durban. Yabo yonke into. Umuhodu, you know.
I was going to ask about ulusu. You know, we call it ulusu today. That's not
nyama phakathi. Okay.
Now, in the years, chef, you have made it into something that is not. So you boil it, put salt, and that's the best type.
Yeah.
Manje, abantu sebefaka
Yeah.
onions, vegetables and stuff. So, what's your thought about that?
I think
Yes. What you pineapple?
I feel like people, they like to create their own flavor and to come up with their own, I don't know, recipes. But me, I prefer umkhodu as it is. Salt and pepper with onion chopped in. But onion is just to kill the punga those nomakhelwane ukuthi baphenya ngaphakathi athi ubona masekubiza onion is swallow.
Or does it help?
Yeah, it does. Okay, and sometimes when the nyama ngaphakathi is boiling, you put a slice of bread on top. And then you close the pot.
Okay.
It calms the flies down. It actually chases the flies away. And the smell of
I've never known.
So big isinkwa la phezulu guys.
No,
So the flies.
Very sure.
No, it doesn't matter. It's simple or simple.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Forget grades.
Can I deviate a little bit? Because I've been following you, I think, for now. How long time? Oh, it's been a while.
It's about 10 years.
And listen, your fashion sense, like social media, I've been stalking.
Yeah.
I can own it. Listen, your fashion sense.
Yeah.
I can tell from the way that you dress. If your food was not delicious, I would be very surprised.
Yeah.
So please tell me how you merge those two together. Your sense of style, how you dress when you go to certain things, and I've seen you even when you're serving food. I saw you did a funeral where you people were just going to come and take food.
Yeah.
But you were dressed to the nines. You were. I've seen you also preparing for your food where you were cooking, where the guest heaters were. You were like chef. It was like, just tell me, like, your sense of image and your sense of style. How does that contribute to your overall presentation of this? Because this is delicious.
Yeah, I feel like your reputation is very important, what people say about you, because the word of mouth sells you. So if obviously the word of mouth, what people are saying about you is not impressive or is not like pleasing, obviously you won't get clients. So people eat first with their eyes, not only food but also your image. So it is very important that when you present yourself, the first, because babuka nje, so angena ungakapheki nokupheka, osabeka nje bathi okay. Yeah. So people will analyze things. They can even judge you the way obeka ngawo nje ama plastic. The way you even greet, the way you walk, the way you are dressed. So it's very important in image yako ukuthi you present yourself professional and in a very matured manner, that umuntu like first impression ayibona ngawo, first impression goes a long way. You nail it. You will never forget, or she will never forget.
And then what are you trying to present with your outfits when you choose an outfit for it? What is it that you're trying to communicate without saying?
You have to do this again. That's no problem. No problem. It's actually what it's my next project. Please don't steal my idea. It's actually my next project. Fashion meets food. So what I'll be doing there, I'm actually planning to do that when I'm launching my cookbook. But I see that my cookbook is taking long. There are a lot of errors, needs to be fixed, and there are some dishes that still need to be revamped, captured. So it will be, I'll be working with young, I want to bring up to the spotlight young designers, young abantu abathungayo yabona abavalelekile lokusetshenziswa abantu ababodwa or David Klali to the spotlight while preparing nice fine dining food experience. And then while people are eating, the models are walking up and down, showcasing. So fashion has been my I don't know.
One of your passions.
Yeah.
One of your,
So what I do to keep up with the trends, and I actually don't like to follow trends. I like to set trends. But okay, I'm not there yet in terms of fashion. People cannot follow my trend. But I buy a lot of fashion magazines.
People do.
Like
people.
Do you? I'm some people.
Yeah.
So I speak for the people.
So I buy a lot of fashion magazines like GQ. I used to buy Blank Men, but now it's closed. I don't know why. And I used to buy Destiny Men, and then I used to buy also True Love, because they accommodated men as well. So when you go page True Love, there's a section for females, and then there's male section as well. And I used to watch a lot of fashion TV from the DSTV. And then when you watch fashion TV, always there will be that chef who brings fine dining food while they're watching, they're at the runway watching. I was like, okay. So me doing that, I'm trying to portray that image that fashion and food goes well together. You know, aksiwa manje no parafin.
Yeah, I think that's actually so important because the truth of the matter
food is art.
It is.
Fashion is art.
Yes.
Like I've seen
For me,
people
what
who cook like ezindaweni mhlawumbe umbone ungathi umdaka they're not taking care of themselves. Like I think you already judge ukudya kwakhe even before. Like we're having this conversation earlier on about professionalism, for example. And abantu do not understand that everything that you are presenting yourself on a daily basis. You cannot come in with badata, with your sweaty what and with your bizarre and you have not basically taken care of yourself. Because
Depends.
No,
It's covered.
Nah, it doesn't depend.
It really depends.
Really? On what?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Okay.
So if you're getting batata zakho and cook up a storm like this, of course, there's so many perception yokuthi we don't trust this food. But once I indulge, I go couscous and all these things. Okay, it's not bad. It just looks like that, but it's good.
But I would like to go into it thinking that this food tastes good. Like with him, when I saw his cakes and I was like, there is no way.
Yeah, but
There is absolutely, like it wouldn't have come from him if it tasted bad. Like in my mind.
Sometimes what can happen, because he dresses well, right?
Yeah.
He can dress well. Well, okay, he looks like he's gonna cook up a storm.
Yeah.
And then he cooks.
Then he doesn't.
So what do you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So what's your opinion today?
La? No, the food's good. Any question, La?
For me, now, a person, I don't know how you can mess up chops if there's a
People
certain
afford
outfit
voucher.
of yours that it was all white and he was on a boat. There's no, like you see, this matches with the food that he cooks. So for me, I think you've answered. I've always wanted to ask you that question. So I'm good.
But I think when Smooth, sorry, just to go back to Smooth, and don't get me wrong, Nyanke bakhona abantu who sometimes don't are not, and I think dressing up is not about necessarily saying be fashionable, just nje look neat and tidy.
Presentable.
But and there are those that cook well, but here's the thing we're talking about: how far do you want to go in life, and how does society judge you? I'm not saying it's fair or not fair, but where is your journey going if, in this case, if you're not looking at all of the things that society sort of looks at as well?
And I was going to say
I don't
on
know.
that point, do you think your fashion sense, your social presence has opened doors for you or not?
Yeah, cool, too much. Because, for instance, Afternoon Express, the TV show that I'm working with currently, please we're not sugarcoating anything. We are
No,
okay.
please, this is
We're
the
being
first date.
raw.
There wasn't anything ushefu nje waserenke nje yabo, and then bathi because first of all audience Afternoon Express, it's class. That's number one. Number two, they pay attention to details, even hygiene, the way you are dressed. If you are a pen, when I was still studying, I was told a pen should always carry a pen. Because you never know which will you have to write. You have to always, when you are working, you have to always carry a tasting spoon. Because I cannot cook with this spoon and then I'm tasting, but I'm bringing back.
What's wrong with that?
There are a lot of things
This
which
sounds like
doesn't make
classism.
sense to other people.
We're not cooking in the house. He's a
Imagine that's more when right umuntu afaka emlonyeni aphinde abuyise.
Depends.
So it's very important that your dress sense is
where you headed to, where you want to be.
No, wait a minute. I'm hearing the guy's point here. Wait, hold on. Because you just mentioned now something about Ismail. Okay. The reality is, okay, as a Wanda Mnyama, remember we've also eaten together in one
Plate.
It's 10. And we are all putting our hands in there and we are having a talk. Now, I think it's also dependent, and when I speak about society, we need to also look at the fact that there are some certain spaces where there is comfort to that. I think though, now for me, what I'm saying with regards to that is allowing yourself to diversify. However, part of diversifying yourself, for me, is being able to say, uyakwazi yini uyohlala endaweni enesibaya ukwazi ukuphekela amadoda ahleli phansi, and that's the way they want to eat.
Yeah.
You know?
That's actually from, if you can remember very well, on my statements previously, I said like I'm a very versatile chef.
Yeah.
No matter how high I can go, but I can always come at the lowest. Like consider ingane lezi kuma model C zikhuluma isingisi esikoleni phinde noma seyihleli kuhlangene kuyimndeni kunezinto khuluma isingisi nabantu abadala. No.
And imagine who's feeling judged, the person who's been rooting. All of the black people.
Actually,
Coming back to your point, bra. Ayingeke bethu ngicabanga ukuthi ugqoka komuntu kuyasitshela ukuthi uzosiphekela ukudla okunjani. I'm not gonna come here looking dirty and eat your food. Esibayeni because so ngihleli namajongo lapha nensizwe. But I'm using my money here to buy food and you look dirty. Hence I don't eat a rank mina because they look dirty. I'm like, no.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay, wait. Can I just put it like this? I understand what you're saying. Nothing wrong. I'm just saying the work needs to speak for itself. So in this case, the food needs to do the talking. Because we live in a society and I'm a fraud. Umuntu is going to dress to the T, then cook something else. Now, of course, uzotola attraction because maybe on social media they're popping, they look like they're about to eat all the girls or whatever. Then uzothola amagigolo but le disappoints kancane because
actually he's right because there are also now like amateur chefs on social media, you know them. Like bayapheka baningi manje abantu abaphekayo. They call themselves chefs. Bayabhaka benza yonke into, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like people don't respect other people's titles and other people's careers. You always go busy good to chef ngoba uyapheka. A chef is not someone who can cook. There's a lot that comes with the title of being a chef, and it's very expensive to be a chef. It is expensive. Go Google now, go check and how much is an international diploma in food preparation and cooking in Capsicum Culinary Studio or in Hotel Culinary Arts in Devon. Check, more than 100,000. When I was still studying, it was maybe like 60 or 80,000. Now it's above 100,000. So it's not easy. So my point is, you can't.
Food enthusiast. Like I'm a food enthusiast. I love food. I love tasting food. I don't like cooking.
So I always see them on Facebook and then social media like, oh chef this. So these chefs who are amateur chefs, they can dress well and even get a chef's jacket and they look professional and go get a chef's association emblem by Fagila and other emblems. Wow. But when it's time to deliver, no. It doesn't collaborate.
We're debating more on the opportunities. Do you see the kind of opportunities that are open to people that are dressing nice?
Yeah,
you understand? So if you cook,
I just don't like frauds.
Go buy expensive things. I mean, if Chef Linda is going into like fashion, let me say one day you decide to do your own aprons. I'm thinking you are going to do ranges from what like an intro level chef or amateur chef would do, and one leather one that I've seen go for 38 grand and things like that. But it is, I think, up to a person to make that individual choice to say, listen, I'm not gonna look. We don't even know how much this outfit is. It's all black, but it looks expensive and it looks like he
looks like he's gonna eat all the girls.
You know,
Yes, man. Now I'm on last Sam. I think kubalulekile nje ukubukeka kahle before ukudla, because I might end up triggering from your place ngingakudla ukudla kwakho kumnandi just because ngijudging appearance yakho. So I think first thing first.
Okay.
There's so many obstacles already in you reaching your goals. Why would you choose an outfit to be one of them?
We're gonna end up not eating your food because we look at you and we said, oh, this one looks dirty.
You're all speaking about dressing up. Look at this. There are women. There's a woman who's overseas right now. She's not a chef. But she, exactly, that's what I want to know. But Unestoro, I think it's in New York or something. Like upega ukudla like inhloko and all those things. She makes a lot of money. So umuntu owenza ofana naloyo nomuntu okuzofika abantu from overseas bazi ukuthi okay, there's a typical example. Ukhona uChef Linda, ukhona ubani, but we want her food. So loyo muntu loyo umbiza ngani? She makes a lot of money.
She's a cook. She's an entrepreneur.
She's just a cook.
She's a businesswoman.
There we go.
She's
an entrepreneur and she's not a chef. Because
who doesn't know how to.
I'm sorry to put words in your mouth. maybe you give your husband amaphilisi and then bese uthi udoctor. Now I'm a doctor, bese uthatha ithombe giving him pills or umnakekela. Bekhona ama injections manje from the pharmacy okwazi ukuyijova wena ngawo. So mhlawumbe umjova umyeni wakho uyagula. Then now you do have a right to call yourself a doctor?
No.
So why do you wake up and then decide to open a catering company? There's nothing wrong with it. But all few years down the line, now you're a chef.
Linda,
it's not like
wait,
that.
Linda.
It doesn't work like
You know chef, I think it's Ramsay or something.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
He does not look too clean to me.
Okay, but Gordon, I watched his shows.
Watched his shows.
That guy is all about everything.
No, the food is clean.
Yeah,
Him
it's
himself.
it's all about that. It's making sure that
The food's clean
yes,
himself.
the food is also here.
A chef that doesn't
no.
follow hygiene standards, according to my perspective, is Jamie Oliver.
Yeah.
That chef is
I know him as well.
filthy. Like I can see even noma usebenzisa maybe one utensil for everything. Uzobonda enyameni aphinde ngile same utensil mhlawumbe usebamba isalad aphinde athinte ngesandla kuwe phansi akhe aphinde athinte.
Now Oliver's my guy. Oliver's my guy. Because the food needs to be good.
I think he's more organic than any chef
Yeah.
I've ever.
So
he's very conscious of that, and he's been before it was
As long
ever
as the
a trend.
food's good,
He
you're
was
good.
But he cooks nice food.
Which is
He
important
does.
in this. I think it's just my opinion. The chef world, man, I just need the food to be good.
I think that's what it is.
I mean, I need.
I don't
the
care if
food
you're
to be good.
naked.
And
I
then
don't
when
care if you're
when he comes out to present the food and tell us what the food is, I need him also to look good.
He can come in his dingaling as long as the food is good. I don't mind.
I beg to differ. I beg to
Look, at the end of the day, I
No,
think
but
for me-
that's your preference, maybe
Exactly.
at your house.
Yes.
But when you're hosting people, I think you would prefer professional, someone who would present yourself,
Yes.
himself or herself, like clean, you know, abe kahle nje
Dirty nigga. One question, it's a direct question. It's two actually. One, ubani because we say waba inspired about chef in high school. So who's that chef for you? Like wabona bani, it's
My
okay.
dad.
Oh, your dad's a chef as
My
well.
dad is not a chef, he's a cook. Akafundela ngipheka kodwa uyathanda nje.
Oh, he's in the pots.
Okay. But asapheki manje because usekhulile. So I grew up watching him. Uzothi chop that, chop this, bakaloka, yena ayibhalela ufuwa ibhemela into yakhe. Yabo engayithanda lento.
What was he smoking? Okay, now the second question is, as a chef, how do you take criticism? Because you look like a chef. I'm a chef wonke. They think what they cooked is it's like umnandi.
Yeah.
If me saying I have le chicken yakho bezimbi. I don't care what you say, le chicken yimbi.
Yeah.
How do you take that criticism as a random person just saying this?
Yeah, I feel like that goes to wonke umuntu nje who's a service provider owenza into yakhe njengabathumi. Like mawuthungisa komunye umthumi usubhuruku lakho engekho lo mthumi mhlawumbe uye kulo uthi ngicela ungilungisele uzothi wawenzelo bani la ewakubhedisela yabo. So wonke umuntu ubona ngathi you praise your own craft. But at the same time, to me, criticism is educational.
Yeah.
It's building me, it's making me a better person. There are a lot of things to learn in this world. If you have this mentality yoguti, I'm saying la, I know everything, then you have a problem. You need help. You do not know anything, and you still have to learn new things, everyone. And in this world, you have to be humble. No 2 years go 2 years lo muntu ozokhuluma yamonke yazi cha bazosiphetela kafuna. Kodwa zehlisa imali then into eyodwa entsha nje ukuthi nje oh wow. Yabo umuntu nje obwena umthathela phansi ongalutho in your eyes. Yabo. So criticism to me is constructive. Yeah, I took it as a young builder. Constructive criticism.
Now you said something there. Sorry, and I think we're going to have a second last point and then get finished. You spoke about being humble. Now, obviously, lately you're living on the jet set. These are left, right, and center. How do you? What are some of the things that you feel you're gonna do to keep humble, to keep down? Because for us, for me, as a and we spoke about this earlier on as well. Kubalekile ubasibambane as young entrepreneurs, because I think everybody in this table, it has got some sort of entrepreneurial spirit of some sort. But as black people, we end up simonelana. We
Yeah.
end up
Jealousy.
singasancedisani.
Yeah.
Once you get to top billing okanye mhlawumbe ubizwe eAmerica kuba izokwenza something there osasibona osasazi. So what are some of the things that you feel to keep yourself down to earth, humble? Because I feel like you still are.
Yeah.
So but what are the channels that you're gonna be? You feel when?
After I've received the top billing insider shoot that I was doing last week,
Yeah.
and then I posted. Sometimes I don't know whether I should post or not, because other people, they create this image ukuthi ngathi ngiyachoma or mhlawumbe, and I'm not. I'm celebrating ukuthi there's actually people who recognize my potential. And ababona talent in and who wanna work with me, while when you are here and you are blind and you don't see anything, ubona sifana and you're actually not the same. So when I post those things, babona ngathi ngiyachoma, and people on social media are so brutal, evil and jealousy. So like my brother said earlier on, what's my plan that I'm working on to give back to the community as abantu baseNewcastle being supported, especially during the lockdown, even now.
Yeah.
You know, and ngamchazela ukuthi yini lezo zinto lezo. So me coming here, you've invited me, I feel like it's one of
Absolutely.
ukuthi I'm showing ukuthi I'm still ulizibusiso wase
accessible.
5.
I'm still
Yabo
accessible.
ngikulinda nje lo mjwayele ukuthi ongahlala naye lapha sidla amagunya nearch, but when it comes to work of my craft, then I wear a different mask. There are a lot of masks, like kunale ilwane lezi two big 5, buffalo, elephant, lion,
Legend.
yes. You can name them.
Yes.
So you must have this spirit and mask in your life. When you go to party, hlanganani noma kuphi le ko scrapyard, wear your rabbit mask. Your rabbit ihlala ihlekele iyacocoma. But when it comes to your craft, do not wear a rabbit mask.
Yes.
In your craft. Hobby business ngobungani. Uthi hayi lo akasungana uzoyikhokha deposit, wena mngana wami don't pay deposit, pay later. Ngeke azayikhokha umngana wakho esumnikezi wa deliver. Look postpone, and that will create conflict, and that will create a tension that will last forever, eternally.
And that will create oh yeah, he has changed now.
Yes, so it is very important to use all of the buffalo spirit and mask on your different genres in life or your different departments. When you go to work, wear different mask. When you go to your craft, your own business, wear different mask. Wear lion mask.
Yes.
You raw. You want your money. You know, you don't allow the stuff to fuck around, because it's your money that you've invested, and there is a value business. It's all business. If you wear a rapid mask at work, then it's mediocre. Then just close it. Very funny, no?
I want you to bring it more closer, because I kind of am very interested in the individual than what they do, because what you do depicts what you do in the morning for yourself as a human being. So what is it that you do to keep that focus? I'm talking mind, spirit and body. What is it that you do on a daily basis consciously that keeps you focused, that keeps you grounded, that keeps your head level?
I meditate a lot, number one. Second, I've said earlier that I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I'm not scared. I'm not shy of that. But it's fine. I pray a lot. And I read a lot of inspirational books from Dr. Miles Monroe, from Dr. Makua, from Oprah Winfrey, from Michelle Obama. There are a lot of inspirational books, and I look up to successful entrepreneurs. And I choose to shut off all the distractions from social media, no matter what, ngami or whatever the case may be. I choose to ignore. Sometimes it's painful. When you comment on Facebook, but it's because an empty container or an empty vessel makes too much noise. But a full container.
Okay.
Wow. So
coming to that. What's that one moment where umuntu just said something, or you saw something written about you and just snapped?
When Oscar Pistorius on
that moment was when I was still in high school where I used to like fight, blah, blah, blah. I used to be very aggressive, but when I grew up, watching about inspiration, about then they go aggressive and to respond to every negativity and every aim actually abantu bayajabula umnikeza power over your life if you respond to izinto abayishoyo uyabona ukuthi actually sengiyazi lokuthi ngifuna ukumcasula ngizopress up so just rest just rest so I'm at that point now I'm at the point now where I'm not intimidated, I'm not easily distracted, or I'm not easily like taken away from my vision and my focus by your point of view about my life. Okay, I'm not scared about this anymore. I can just talk about it, whether you take it or you like it or not. I mean, I'm gay.
You don't say.
Really? So I am, and I'm not ashamed. I used to be ashamed. I used to be scared. I used to ngathi ngahlale khona ngibona ngafani nabanye ngibuza ukuthi ngikuphi. Basi manje ngikhula like follow other gay people who are so successful. I don't follow a broke guy. I'm sorry, but I don't.
There's nothing for you.
And then ngabona ukuthi yazini lento le okay community abayithandi nani but okay ngicela ukuba Lord, can you please bless me ukuthi ngibe a very filthy rich gay guy so that umfana ongelutho owayeka isikolo ka5 oyibhemela itsango hlale khoneni onukini unenziphe ezingaka ongicela 10 mangehla mangisemotweni mangenzani azothi if ukuba igay kuzomela ngihambe ngale moto nje okay let me rather as a gay
No.
I'm not saying that okay don't get me wrong don't get me wrong but sengisho ukuthi like thina sisuke sadeleleka kakhulu yabo so
The
my
freedom
friend
that you don't have.
my friend he's a doctor and he's a business person uhlala eCape Town he's gay ayikho imoto like I mean une Porsche une Range Rover una ngisho yabo nje iKardashian ehlala la eSouth Africa wangitshela one thing wathi this lento engisho iya kule point lokuthi yini abantu abake bayishokini banginyathela ibhonzi na snap so I used to snap umuntu mezothi how lo sisibhuti how lestabani yo ngangijika awudabuka amashit manje but ngakhula ngabona ukuthi no
There's no point.
just doesn't worth it anymore mina wathi because ngangimxoxela the same story ukuthi mabengibiza kanjalo wathi yazi wena kusesekude kuyaphambili wathi namba bengibiza nje wena work on becoming better while beloku bebukene nawo ukuthi ugay njani wena qhubila life yakho impilo yakho iphumelele more banyisi ngasikhathi besahlele khona enqhamuke ngeRange Rover 4 exhaust yabo to umbizi uthi akubize ngestabane wakubiza ngestabane ezazokwenzela ingadi azokupendela ngithi ucela ishumi ayeza azopenda likhishumi la mahala like mangesitolo mina kumele ngiphathe mhlawumbe noma 5 rand because ishumi lalo and if I don't give out those 1 rand bayangithuka so it's the society that we live in but I'm saying sidlulile leso stage sokuthutheliswa ukuthi abantu bangithuka with my sexual anginandaba because if like uzobuka usomizi ayimoto apaka imoto ezu8 aphumela namhlanje use USA kusaso seChina sasi wena lokhu usabhizi usajajana nabantu ukuthi baphila impilo enjani in terms of ukuthi ngabe nawe uyabuka ukuthi yini engayenza ukuze nami ngifike kule stage sakhe kodwa ubuka ukuthi ngilala nobani ngenzani so
What you're saying
I've passed that stage.
I think that's true. Well, you know, all of that is we look at people to be inspired, and you are one of those people. But guys, I know it gets exciting, it gets fun, and because need to but it goes
No, but I wanted to say one thing. His words just now reminded me. There's a song that I play every time where you feel, you know, you're riding off what your focus is. It's by a very wise guy, Kanye West. Wait until I get my money right.
That's it, right?
Tell me.
All right, guys. So yes, this is third session, Friends Table. Thank you very much. Chef Linda.
Wear
for
another
joining us.
mask in the bedroom.
Wear 5 masks, one of them being the legend mask, as you said. But guys, as you can see today, we're in a different space. It says Izinga Guest House in Newcastle. Yes, sorry?
Hutton
Heights, Newcastle.
The
Yes.
suburb.
In the burbs.
I don't know.
Hey, okay, Jonah, something on But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you have gotten something out of today. But yeah, just if in case you need to get a hold of Chef Linda, I think he must tell you guys, Chef, how can people get a hold of you if they need you? Sesizotshata abanye bethu sifuna umtshato so mhlawumbe sothi izokudansika.
Yeah.
You know, how do they get a hold of you?
Okay, on Instagram I'm at Chef Linda Mnikati, everything small letters. On Facebook Zibusiso Mnikati. On Twitter at Chef Linda Mni, small letters, everything. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Guys, till we get to the next one will probably be around about entertainment. Like I said, you know, wait for it. It's going to be fun, it's going to be exciting. And yeah,
We'll talk about porn.
we'll see you then.
I want to be there.